Just last class, what we had done was, we were doing some problems on binomial theorem and sequences and series. Okay. So we covered, I think we did a few problems from JE, and there were a few problems that were left out. And I asked you people to do it at home. Try it. Did you try that? Anybody tried that?
So I was having continuously tests, so I was not able to do it, sir.
Okay. Yeah, but somehow we have to find the time. Every time it should not be like that. Okay, because this is also important, isn't it? So what I'm going to do, what about Sharvesh and Appu? Did you have a chance to try those problems? Last time after the end of the class, I circulated that transcript that included whatever problems we worked on and whatever problems we left for homework. So if you haven't attended the last class, you can look at whatever the material that was sent out at the end of the. I was in bad condition for 3 weeks service. Okay, but anyway, now are you okay now, service? Okay, so if you're okay now, please go look at it. I'm not going to do that problem now. Okay, please look at the last week's material that I sent out. It has got those remaining 5 problems. Actually, probably you would have seen that, right? At least, even if you did not work
Yes, sir.
those problems. But I'm giving you another opportunity, so I don't want to go on doing it. Take your opportunity. So I want you people to do it. So please do those problems. Okay. So I will now move on to the next chapter, which is analytical geometry. Okay. So we have to also keep moving. We don't want to keep on doing the same topic over and over and again. I've done enough of binomial theorem and sequential sequences and series. I want you to try those problems. Okay. So if you still have difficulty, you try and tell me, then I can help you. Okay. So now I'm going to move to analytical geometry. Okay. Analytical geometry covering locus and straight lines. I hope that has been completed for you. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Good. I see that it is. What about Appu? I see responses from Sarvesh and Akshaya. Appu. Okay, sir. Good. Okay. So let's look at the first problem. I'm going to start with problems from your exercise 6.5. Okay. So which are the objective type questions from the chapter? Let's look at those problems. I want to cover most of the problems today. We want to go a bit faster. Okay. Let's see. Okay. The first problem is about locus. The equation of the locus of the point whose distance from y-axis is half the distance from origin is what is the locus of that point. It should satisfy these two conditions. Suppose that point is x comma y. Okay. Suppose the equation that we want the point to be traced, let us say it is x comma y. So what is given? The distance of the point from y-axis is half the distance from the origin. So if this is the point, what is the distance from y-axis? Suppose there's a point x comma y. What is its distance from y-axis? Don't know? It's just x. Okay. The point is x comma y. So what is this distance from the y-axis?
X, sir.
This is x, right? Okay. And what is the distance from origin? Suppose the point is x comma y. What is this distance?
X by 2, sir.
No. It is square root of x square plus y square. Okay. So this is like a right angle triangle. Okay. So this is your x and this is y. So this will be root of x square plus y square. It is the same principle that we use for distance between 2 points, right? Y1, y2 minus y1 the whole square plus x2 minus x1 the whole square, square root of that. Okay. Distance between any 2 points we know, right? X2 minus x1. In this case, x1 comma y1 you can take as 0 and x2 comma y2 you can take as x comma y. So you substitute it, you will get the same thing. Okay. So what is given is that distance from y-axis is half the distance from origin. So both the conditions should be satisfied. And then what will be the locus of that point? It has to satisfy these two conditions. Distance from the y-axis equal to half of the distance from the origin. That's all. So now you write it in a better way. So something it should match with the given options. Okay. So that can be done if you square on both sides. So if you square on both sides, you will get x square equal to 1 by 4 into x square plus y square. Or 4x square equal to x square plus y square. Or 3x square minus y square equal to okay. So this is how you solve the problem of the locus. Option 4. Did you all follow?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now it's a slightly different, way of asking. Which of the following is the locus of the problem? Point a t square 2at. Okay. So the point satisfies this condition. Okay. The t is a parameter. Okay. For a given parameter t. So you see that in the options given t is missing. So t is the parameter. So but a is there. Okay. Uh, so what you should do is here we equate x equal to at square and y equal to 2at. Okay. Since the locus of the point satisfies this condition, x is at square, y is 2at. So you write like this: x equal to at square, y equal to 2at. And now we have to eliminate t. So how can we eliminate t? So from this you can get t. T equal to y over 2a. Yeah. And you substitute for the t in the first equation. By through substitution, x equal to a into a into t square. X. So you now eliminated t. So you take substitution through, take the t from one equation and substitute in the other, t goes away. That's all you have to do. Okay. So now you try to convert it into one of the forms given in the options. So x is equal to a into y square over 4a square. Yeah. I'm just expanding y by 2a whole square. So this a I get. We remove one a. So this becomes x equal to y square by 4a. Or y square equal to 4ax. So that's all. Actually actually this is the parametric form of parabola. I think we have seen that. You're not read about parabola yet. Okay. So it will come in the next year. Next year when we talk about parabola, y square is equal to 4ax is the standard form, and at square comma 2at is the parametric form. Okay. Now another question. Which of the following point lie on the locus of 3x square plus 3y square minus 8x minus 12y plus 17 equal to 0? So the point should satisfy this condition. 3x square plus 3y square minus 8x minus 12y plus 17 equal to 0. So how can we check whether these points lie on this equation or not? Satisfy the equation or not? How can we do that? Will 0 comma 0 lie on this point?
We'll have to substitute the value and see, sir.
Yeah, that's all. So you just substitute. So we put 0 comma 0, it gives 17 equal to 0. So this is not lying on the circle. Okay, so this is circle, equation of a circle actually. So does minus 2 comma 3 substitute satisfy this condition? So simply substitute. So this is 12. This is plus 27. This is plus 16. Okay, minus 36 plus 17. So this is not matching. Obviously, we see that there are more plus quantities. Okay. So let's substitute another one. 1 comma 2. 3x square plus 3y square minus 8x minus 12y plus 17 . So this is 3, this is 3 into 4, 12, this is 8, this is 24, 12 into 2, 24, plus 17. So 3 plus 12, 15, plus 17, 32, and 8 to 24, this is also 32. So this one is equal to 0, matching. So we already found out the answer that 1 comma 2 lies on the equation or lies on the locus. But to be on the safe side, suppose you have to take, two, multiple choices, then you can verify the other one also, 0 comma 1 minus 1. This is not there. 3, this is 0 plus 3, this is 0, this is 12. So obviously there are all positive quantities, so this is also not true. So only this 1 comma 2 satisfies. So locus means it should satisfy the any point lying on the locus of this function, it should satisfy the given equation. So you substitute and verify, that's all. So we see that only that 1 comma 2 satisfies. Option 3, correct? This is again a similar problem. If point 8 comma minus 5 lies on the locus x square minus 16 minus y square by 25 equal to k. Find the value of k. So can one of you do this? So if it is lying on this equation and this locus, so how can we, uh, what condition should be satisfied?
It should be equal to 0, sir.
Yeah, you substitute x equal to 8 and y equal to minus 5, and that equation should hold. X square by 16 minus y square by 25 equal to k. Okay. So that will straight away give you the value of k. Okay. So just substitute and tell me. X square. Please do yourself. Okay. Parallelly, I'm doing. You do first. Good. So you can tell me.
The answer is 3, sir.
Yeah, very good. So k equal to 4 minus 1. So that is k equal to 3. Very good, actually. So the option number 4, right? Very good. Okay, now we come to some problems on straight lines. Okay. Straight line joining the points 2 comma 3 and minus 1 comma 4 passes through the point alpha comma beta if what condition? Okay, in order to do this problem we have to find out the equation of the line joining these 2 points. So this is x1, let's say x1 comma y1 and x2 comma y2, where x1 equal to 2, y1 equal to 3, x2 equal to minus 1, y2 equal to 4. So what is the equation of the line joining 2 points? Yeah.
X minus x1 by x2 minus x1 equals y minus y1 by y2 minus y1, sir.
Yeah. Actually, let me see. See, what is the slope? Suppose the point is this may be okay, but I want to just verify. Okay. What is the slope of this line? Suppose x comma y is another point. Okay. Let us say x comma y is another point. Okay. We write it slightly differently. Actually, I don't know. If it could be equal to this. Okay. If x comma y is a point and say x comma y1 is another point, what is the slope of the line? This is the slope of the line, y minus y1 divided by x minus x1. Okay. But if x2 comma y2 is also given as a point, so since x2 comma y2 and x1 comma y1 are the points, again the slope is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So this also represents the slope of the line. This also represents the slope of the line, right? So we equate this. So kind of this you have told in a slightly different way. Minus x1 into y2 minus y1 is equal to, yeah, both are equivalent. Okay, but normally we write like this. Okay, because both represent the slope. It's easy to remember also. So you know that if there are 2 points, the slope is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So here, since x, y, and assuming that x comma y and x1 comma y1 are 2 points, this is the slope. Again, this is the slope. So okay. So with that, what is the equation of this line that passes through these 2 points? So substitute and tell me, no? So you can work it out, substitute and write down the equation of the line. Let me do it parallel. I am taking this as x1 equal to 2, y1 equal to 3, x2 equal to minus 1, y2 equal to 4. Okay. So that means x, the slope is given by y minus y1 divided by x minus x1. This is one equation for the slope. So this is one value of the slope. The other value is x2 minus x1. Minus 1 minus 2. Sorry, y1. y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So that means, so cross multiplying, you get minus 3 into y minus 3 equal to x minus 2. So that means minus 3y plus 9 equal to x minus 2. That means I'm bringing everything to the right hand side. So it becomes x plus 3y minus 2 minus 9 equal to 0. Or x plus 3y minus 11. So this is the equation of the line. Okay. So for what value of alpha and beta are this satisfied? Simply put, x equal to alpha and y equal to beta and see which one satisfies. If you put x equal to alpha and y equal to beta, you will get alpha plus 3 beta minus 11 equal to 0, or alpha plus 3 beta is equal to 11. Because if it passes through the point alpha comma beta, then this should hold where for x equal to alpha and y equal to beta, right? So you can substitute and you get the answer as alpha plus 3 beta equal to 11. So what do you get? Alpha plus 3 beta minus 11 equal to 0, or alpha plus 3 beta equal to 11. Which is your option 3. Okay. So now let's look at this problem. Problem number 6. The slope of the line which makes an angle 45 degree with the line 3x minus y minus equal to minus 5. So what is the slope of the line which makes an angle of 45 degree with this line? So what is the formula for angle between two lines? நீங்க படிச்சிருப்பீங்க இல்லையா, angle between two lines. Is given by tan inverse of, this is a tan A minus B formula. Okay, suppose the one line is having slope as m1, second line is having slope of as m2. The angle between the two lines will be this. Okay, so tan of that angle, okay, will be m1 minus m2 by 1 plus m1 m2. So now let us find out what is m1 for this line. What is the slope? 3x minus y equal to minus 5. What is the slope of this line m1? Is minus a by b. Yeah, minus 3 by minus 1. Okay. And we don't know m2. And this angle is given. Okay, so what is this angle is 45 degree. So that means tan 45 degree is 1, right? So this expression m1 minus m2 divided by 1 plus m1 m2 equal to tan of that angle, which is equal to 1 here. Okay, so that means m1 minus m2 divided by 1 plus m1 m2 is equal to 1. Okay, I hope you are following, because here m1 is given as 3, m2 we don't know, that is what you have to determine. So if m1 and m2 are the slopes, the angle between the two lines is given by tan inverse of this 3 minus m2 divided by 1 plus 3m2. But the angle is given as 45, therefore tan of 45 we know is 1. So we equate it like this. So from this we can get m2. So I'm taking numbers to the left hand side, and so we get m2 equal to half. Okay. Oh, there are two lines. Okay. Okay. This can be, see, suppose two lines are intersecting. Okay, there is one angle here. Okay, there is another angle here. So that is why there are two values coming. So that you get by equating to plus or minus 1. Okay, so we have done that for plus 1. So other one is 3 minus m2 by minus 1. Okay. Okay, so by equating to plus or minus 1 for both the angles. Okay, so we get either the m2 can be half or m2 can be minus 2. Half comma minus 2. Okay, option number 2. So it says, in this case, one line is given, and we know that that is having slope of 3. Okay. So that means one line is having slope of 3. It's like this. It's going steep. So you can draw two lines making an angle of 45 degree with this. Okay. One can be like this. This angle is 45 degrees. Okay. So the other line can be like this. This angle is 45 degrees. Okay. So that is how you get. This is a given line. Okay. So two lines can make 45 degree on either side. Okay. Plus or minus 45. That is why we get this. Okay. Two lines. So one is having slope of half and other is having slope of minus 1. Okay. Now, equation of the straight line that forms an isosceles triangle with coordinate axis in the first quadrant with perimeter 4 plus 2 square root of 2r. Now, a straight line that forms an isosceles triangle with coordinate axis. Okay. So that means sometimes it is easy. It will help to draw the diagram. Okay. So if it has to be isosceles triangle, uh, that means this should be equal to this. Okay. Since it needs to make isosceles triangle with the coordinate axis in the first quadrant. So that means this has to be y and this has to be x. So let us say this is equal to this. Then only it will be isosceles, right? So y is equal to x. But with perimeter, so let us say this is equal to a and this is also equal to a. Okay. So now what is this? This is a, this is a, this will be square root of 2a. What is the perimeter? A plus square root of 2a. Okay. So that means 2a plus square root of 2a or 2 plus square root of 2 into a. Okay. But what they are given, this perimeter value they are given equal to 4 plus 2 square root of 2. So we can determine the value of a from this.
A must be 2, sir.
A equal to 2, correct. Because 4 plus 2 root 2 divided by 2 plus root 2 is 2. So that isosceles triangle, so A equal to 2. Okay. So now what is the equation of this line? That is what they are asking. Okay. If A equal to 2, what will be this point on the y-axis? It will be 0 comma 2. So what is the coordinate of this point where it cuts the x-axis? It will be
2 comma 0,
2
sir.
comma 0. So now we know that, okay, there is a line that passes through 0 comma 2 and 2 comma 0. So what is its equation? It comes to as simple as that. Passes through 0 comma 2 and 2 comma 0. So here we saw one problem before, right? So this is x1 y1 x2 y2. So line passing through these two. The slope is y minus y1 divided by x minus x1, okay, is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Now let's slide to the next slide. It means y minus 2 equal to minus x, or you bring it to the left hand side. So this equation of this line is x plus y minus 2 equal to 0. Okay. So there is another way in which we can derive the equation instead of using this 2-point and slope method. Since the x-intercept and y-intercept are given, x-intercept is 2 and y-intercept is 2. So then what is the intercept formula for a line of equation? Do you remember? It is x by a plus y by b. If suppose a is the x-intercept and b is the y-intercept, x by a plus y by b will be equal to 1. This is the intercept form of equation. In this case, x-intercept and y-intercept both are equal to 2. That means in this case, x by 2 plus y by 2 equal to 1. That means x plus y equal to 2. So we get the same answer. And this is a bit shorter because these intercepts are given and you can use the intercept formula. So either way you can solve it. X plus y equal to 2 or x plus y minus 2 equal to 0 is the answer. Option 2, right? X plus y minus 2 equal to 0. Okay. Let's move on. Okay. I hope you are all following, right? If you have any question, please feel free to ask. Okay, va?
Yes, sir.
Appu, Sarvesh? Okay. The coordinates of 4 vertices of a quadrilateral are minus 2 comma 4, minus 1 comma 2, 1 comma 2, 2 comma 4, taken in order. The equation of the line passing through the vertex minus 1 comma 2 and dividing the quadrilateral in the equal areas. Okay. So this is a bit hard to understand. So if you draw a diagram, it will become very easy. Okay. As such, it looks very confusing, or it's not very easy to visualize. But let's draw the corresponding diagram. So the coordinates are minus 2 comma 4, minus 2 comma 4. Minus 1 comma 2. Two comma 4. One comma 2. So it is like this. It's a trapezium, right? So it's like that. Now what is he saying? The equation line passing through the vertex minus 1 comma 2, this vertex, okay, and dividing the quadrilateral in the equal areas. So how can we draw a line through this and dividing the quadrilateral in equal areas? For that, you simply draw a line like this, 2 lines like this, okay. Okay, so you see that these 2 triangles are equal, okay, equal area, right, because they have the equal base and height. Okay, so by looking at the trapezium, you can easily see that. Okay, so these 2 are having equal areas. So that means a line connecting this and this Okay, then this rectangle is also divided into two equal areas. So this will divide the whole trapezium into two equal areas. So that means what is the coordinate of this point? This point is -1 comma 2, and this point will be, x coordinate is same as here 1, and what is the y coordinate here? Is 4. So this point is 1 comma 4, right? So basically this problem reduces to finding out the equations of line passing through -1 comma 2 and 1 comma 4. So can you write the equation? Please write the equation while I also write. So you guys can also write it at the same time. So y minus y1 divided by x minus x1. That is minus of -1. I am writing it as +1. Equal to y2 minus y1. 4 minus 2 divided by x2 minus x1. 1 again minus -1. I am putting it as +1. So the equation is y minus 2 by x plus 1 equal to 1, or y minus 2 is equal to x plus 1. Means bring it everything to the right hand side. X minus y plus 3. So this is your equation. Okay. X minus y plus 3 equal to 0. Option 3. X minus 1, sorry, option 4. X minus y plus 3 equal to 0. Option 4. Okay. So next problem. The intercepts of the perpendicular bisector of the line segment joining 1 comma 2 and 3 comma 4 with coordinate axis. Because all now, if you draw a diagram, it will become very easy. Intercepts of the perpendicular bisector of the line segment joining. Let me draw. One comma 2 and 3 comma 4. Perpendicular bisector of the line segment. This is your line segment, and we want to find out the perpendicular bisector where it meets the x and y axis. Okay. Okay. For that, this is the midpoint. Okay, perpendicular bisector. Now, to find out the equation of this perpendicular bisector, let us first find out the slope of this perpendicular bisector. So what is the slope of the given line segment? From that, we can determine the slope of the perpendicular bisector. Okay. The slope, what is the slope of the given line? Y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Yeah. 4 minus 2 divided by 3 minus 1. The slope of the line segment is 1. Then, therefore, what is the slope of the perpendicular? If slope of a given line is 1, what will be the slope of the perpendicular?
The slope of the given line into the slope of the perpendicular should be -1, sir.
Correct, correct. That means you have to divide -1 divided by the slope of the given line, right? So then only it will be the two products will become equal to -1. So suppose this is your m into 1 should be equal to -1, right? So that means this m is equal to -1 divided by 1, which is equal to -1. Okay. So the slope of the given line segment is 1. So we can determine from that the slope of the perpendicular is -1. Okay. So now slope we have got, and it passes through this. It is a perpendicular bisector. That means it passes through the midpoint. So what is the midpoint of these two points? 1, comma 2 and 3, comma 4. What is the midpoint of that? If 2 points are given, the midpoint will be simply the average of x, comma average of y. Okay. This is 1 and 3. What is the middle of the two? 1 plus 3 divided by 2. That is 2, right? Midpoint of the line segment is average of 3 and 1, which is 2. And what is the average of 4 and 2?
3, sir.
So that is, it is middle of x and middle of y. So it is 2 and 2, comma 3. So now we have the slope of the perpendicular bisector. Slope is -1 and it passes through 2, comma 3. It comes to a familiar problem. And the slope and it passing through this point. What is the equation of that line? Therefore, equation of perpendicular bisector is again use y minus y1 divided by x minus x1 is equal to slope, right? -1. In this case, since they are given the slope, it is even more easier. Okay. That means y minus 3 equal to 2 minus x. So x plus y minus 5 equal to 0. I'm bringing everything to the left hand side. So it becomes x becomes positive, x plus y minus 5 equal to 0. So this is the equation of the perpendicular bisector. So now how do you find out where it intersects the x and y axis? How can we find out? That means when x equal to 0, what is y? This is basically x plus y equal to 5, right? So that means when x equal to 0, what is y? And then similarly, when y equal to 0, x equal to 5. So the intercepts are 5 and 5. Okay. 0, comma 5 and 5, comma 0 are the two the points on the coordinate axis. Okay. So it is 5 and 5. Option 2. You can do it in another way also. If this, you can use the intercept method. This is x plus y equal to 5. So since we want the right hand side to be 1, so we simply divide everything by 5. X by 5 plus y by 5 equal to 1. These are your intercepts. Sorry. I hope you are all following, right? numbers are all wrong. Okay. Okay, now again a similar problem. Equation of the line with slope 2 and length the perpendicular from the uh, origin to it, okay, as root 5. So, what is the equation of this line? Okay. Here, there is a line with slope of 2. Slope of 2 means it is more than 1, so it is going like steeply, okay. The equation of the slope 2 and length of the perpendicular from the origin is equal to square root of 5. Means this distance to the origin is square root of 5. Okay. So then you can immediately see that, okay, it can be on either side, right? So the line can be this side or this side. Well, it will be parallel, of course. Okay. It can be on this side or this side. But both, there are two scenarios, like both can, it can be root 5 on this side or root 5 on this side. Okay. So now what is the equation of these two lines? Okay. See, let us say the equation of this line is ax1, sorry, ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Let us say the equation of the line is ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Okay. So then, what is the distance to the origin from this line? Okay. It is given by, you simply put the distance to any point x1 comma y1 is given by magnitude of ax1 plus b y1 plus c divided by square root of a square plus b square. If the distance to any point x1 comma y1, from the line ax plus b plus c equal to 0. So this you would have read, right? Distance. This is your distance to any point from a line. So obviously, if you put x1 equal to 0, y1 equal to 0, so this is going to be, in this case, the distance is c divided by square root of a square plus b square is given as root of 5. Okay. So c equal to or squaring, you get c square equal to 5 into a square plus b square. Okay, so this is one condition. Okay, then slope is given as 2. Okay, so what is slope? For this line ax plus by plus c equal to 0, what is the slope? Minus a by b is given as 2. Okay, that means a equal to minus 2b. So if you substitute ax plus 0, A square is 4b square plus 5 into 5b square. So you get c equal to plus or minus 5b. Okay. So c equal to plus or minus 5b is one condition, and a by b equal to 2 minus 2, right? Minus a by b equal to 2 is another condition. So that way substituted, you get c equal to 5b. Okay, so you can check in these options which has got c equal to plus or minus 5b. So you can easily eliminate all the options except option number 3, okay, which has got c equal to 5b and a by b equal to minus 2. A by b equal to, so none of the option is coming, right? Okay, because here a by b is coming as 2, so equal to minus a by b. So none of the options are in this correct, because it is given that the slope is 2, and you can see that for none of the lines given here, slope is 2. The first line, if you take, the slope is minus half. Second line, if you take, slope is minus 2. Third line, if you take, slope is minus 2. Fourth line, if you take, slope is minus half. So I think this problem is wrong. Probably the slope should be minus 2. In that case, I think your option 3 will fit. Okay? So the problem itself is incorrect here. Okay. So the perpendicular from the origin. Fine. Okay. So let's go to the next problem, because that problem is, yeah, I think if you take it as slope is minus 2, then the option will be, correct option will be 3. Okay, a line perpendicular to the line 5x minus y equal to 0 forms a triangle with coordinate axis. If the area of the triangle is 5 square units, then what is the equation of that line? Okay. So 5x minus y equal to 0. What is the slope of this line? Minus 5 divided by minus 1, which is slope is plus 5. Okay. So it's a line with no slope, something like this. Slope of 5. Okay. Oh, and it passes through 5x minus y equal to 0 means it passes through the origin. This is where 5x minus y equal to 0 forms a triangle with the coordinate axis. Oh, sorry, a line perpendicular to this. Okay, so now let us say we draw a line perpendicular to this. So this forms a triangle like this. Okay. Then what is the equation of, if the area of triangle is 5 square units, then its equation is the line perpendicular to the line forms a triangle. So we need the equation of this line. Okay. So to find the equation of this line, let us find out the slope of this line. We already saw the slope of this line is, let us say m1. This is minus 5 by minus 1, which is 5. Okay, so the slope of this line is 5. So the slope of this line is therefore minus 1 by 5. Okay. It forms the area of the triangle is 5 square units. Okay. So let us say the slope is minus. So suppose this is A. So then this has to be 5A. Okay. So this is the slope is minus 1 by 5. So this is A units. This will be 5A units. Okay. So in this case, it is coming as plus 1 5. Minus 1 5 means the corresponding line on this side you can take. Here. Okay. So anyway, whatever the area, since it doesn't have minus or plus, right? So area is a scalar, it's always a positive quantity. So suppose this is A and this is 5A. What is the area of the triangle? Half into A into 5A, right? So this is given as 5. So from that we can determine the value of A. Five A square equal to 10. A square equal to A square equal to half into A into 5A equal to 5. So that means A 5A square equal to 10 or A square equal to 2, A equal to plus or minus square root of 2. Okay. So A equal to plus or minus square root of 2. So that's why here you see the two lines, right? So one line has got plus 2, another has got minus plus root 2, other has minus root 2. So that means so this point is 0 comma square root of 2, and this point is 0 comma minus square root of 2. So now we know the slope is minus 1 by 5 and passes through 0 comma root 2 or 0 comma minus root 2. So we can find out the equation of the two lines like that. Now what is the equation of the line at the top? Y minus y1 divided by x minus x1 equal to slope. Okay, so this is the equation of the first line. So multiply the 5 into 5y minus 5 root 2 equal to minus x. That means x plus 5y minus 5 root 2 equal to 0. X plus 5y minus 5 root 2. Let us do the other one. Here a equal to minus root 2. Okay, so that means this will be y plus root 2. Okay, divided by x minus 0 equal to same thing, minus 1 by 5. So this gives us 1 by 5, not 1 by root 5. 5y plus 5 root 2 equal to minus x, or x plus 5y plus 5 root 2 equal to 0. So one equation is x plus yy minus 5 root 2 equal to 0. Other equation is x plus 5y plus 5 root 2 equal to 0. So that means x plus 5y plus or minus 5 root 2 equal to 0 is your answer. X plus 5y plus or minus 5 root 2. So which is your option number 1. Okay. So see, it is very similar to the problem that you're doing are very similar. So I want you people to try the remaining problems. It's already 8:30 now. So I want you to try these remaining problems. Okay. So we've come up to 11 problems, right? So the remaining problems, please try and send me the answers. Same way, like in the last class also, whatever problem that we're given, I want you to try. So try to work on these problems and send the whatever your workings to me. So then we will discuss based on that. Okay. So I think we can. I want.